Hey, what's going on everybody? Welcome back to the channel. So today, SEGA didn't actually do an update or a maintenance to the game per se. I guess it's like a golden week in Japan. It's like a holiday going on in Japan, so they have the week off, I believe. But saying that, we did still actually get some content added into the game. Still, there is some like time release stuff, I guess you could say. And it's mostly just like AC scratches and like we got like our Arks record going on and stuff like that. But there's one thing in particular I wanted to show you all that's actually pretty cool that got added to the game today, and that's in one of the AC scratches. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull up the AC scratches here, and I'm gonna show you all some of them that got added today. We got Remix Motions, which has a bunch of idols and emotes. We also got like a couple of like voice ticket scratches in the game too. But in particular, I want to mention this Remix Motions AC scratch that got added here. There's actually a lot of really good stuff inside of the prize listing bonus here, but one of the big things in particular that I want to mention in the prize list for it is there's actually 46 new emotes that got added to the game today. They're not exactly new per se, they're all kind of like mirror versions. So I'm going to explain a little bit to you and show you exactly what I mean about this. So if you look at 980 Fox Pose here, for example, the emote that I'm currently doing in the game, when I started off this video here, I was doing Fox Pose, but I'm doing the original version of Fox Pose. Now this one here is actually a different version of the same emote. And the way that this works here, you can see on my screen in the little preview window here that we got going on, you see how my character is pointing to the left in the preview window here for the 980 Fox Pose. Now I'm going to move this AC scratch listing over here so you can see my character. Now you can see my character here is doing the old Fox Pose. So the old Fox Pose points to the right, and the new Fox Pose that's 980 points to the left. So that's what the difference is between a lot of these new emotes that are in here. So I guess it would be kind of like for like screenshot purposes and stuff, you know, you could have like one of your friends do the one version and you do the other version. Kind of like a right and a left type thing for like posing for like screenshots or just hanging out or whatever. So it could actually be like some pretty interesting like flair and stuff to like your screenshots or just whatever, just doing like fun little poses and stuff with each other. It took me a little while to kind of figure out what was going on with this. I guess that's what the REV stands for. I'm going to assume that means reverse. So I guess these are like reverse emotes, I think is what most of these actually are ended up being. Now, some of the emotes that are inside of the listing here are a little bit different. Like some of these like parasol ones, for example, it's just the same emote like we've had before in the past. Like there's other versions of this emote already existing in the game. But you can see like one's on the right, one's on the left, and then you can also see like the color of the umbrella has changed a little bit, or like this ice cream emote here, for example. You can see this ice cream emote actually has a different type of ice cream than what it originally had from before. Before it kind of looked like a slice of watermelon type of ice cream or something. So they've actually added in a ton of new emotes to the game that aren't exactly new, but they are new. Like some of these are like kind of old ones that have been like updated for NGS specs and stuff too. Like the rod pose, for example. This one actually has like a newer style rod to it than the original, because the original rod pose came from base PSO2, so it didn't have an NGS rod in your hand whenever you did it. So that's kind of interesting. Some of them are a little bit updated. Or another one that's in here is actually pole dance. Pole dance got added back to the game. It's actually a new version of pole dance. I guess it's like the pole actually looks slightly updated, so it's a little bit higher spec quality pixels on the pole there. That's kind of funny. Or like some of these other ones here would be like the impromptu tea room. You can see this one actually has like a little bit different color of a bench before, like the previous one for this. The bench didn't look as good, and also it was like a reddish color on the covering for it. Like I'm sure a lot of you will recognize vocal performance here. Everybody in the game pretty much got vocal performance, the original version of vocal performance. You can see like in the motion, like you normally when your character does like the little bend over portion of the dance there, you can see that she's bending over facing to the left instead of facing to the right. So it's just like the reversed side, kind of like looking in a mirror or something, if you will. So I'm pretty surprised that there was actually 46 emotes inside of here though. It's pretty crazy. I'm actually shocked that they dropped this many all at once and they're all like reversed like this. So I guess eventually they'll probably be making all sorts of like new reversed emotes of existing emotes. Some of them will be pretty nice to see revived again. Hopefully this will actually trickle in some emotes that we never got in global, that only existed in JP. So hopefully that'll end up being a thing. Some of these are actually pretty nice looking, the variations to them too, like the shell bed, for example here. I think this shell actually looks quite a bit better than the original shell bed that we had from last year. Now inside of the scratch listing also, I did want to mention there is like some other like motion idols and stuff in here too. They actually added in quite a few different variations to some of these too, like some of these umbrellas in here, for example. Like this one right here is actually like a pretty nice looking umbrella, this motion idol umbrella. It looks like you're holding like a Japanese style umbrella. And then they also have some in here where it's like a black goth style and like a white goth style. So there's quite a bit of different variations and stuff inside of here. So definitely go through the listing and check it out. Now, as I mentioned before, also there's also some voices here. Now, the voice collections, we have one for type 1 and we also have one for type 2. And you can go through here and you can actually like preview the different voices by hitting the play button on them. So you can actually hear like what the differences are between all these voices. Now, whenever it comes to these voice ticket scratches, I did want to point out that there is actually something kind of interesting here with these scratch bonuses. So it only takes 10 times to get a voice select ticket. So if there's a particular voice inside the scratch that you really want, you only have to play the scratch 10 times to get a selector ticket, so you can pick that voice that you really want to get a hold of. And I think that's pretty nice, because normally selector tickets cost a lot more AC. Normally it's like 30 times or something. Now, something else I did want to point out too is if you look at the scratch bonus here, at 45 times scratches, which is quite a bit of money to get there, you can see that we have that preset skill enhanced success substitute level 2. So we finally kind of have like an absolute value on what that item is that's inside of the treasure scratch currently. Because if, as you know, this past week they actually added in the treasure scratch to the game. So every day you can run like the urgent quest and you can get some of these treasure scratch tickets. You can also do like various like little daily activities and stuff. And you can see right up here at the top of this is one of the prizes that you can get inside of here is this preset skill enhanced substitute level 2. So that thing actually has the same value as somebody that's playing the AC scratch 45 times. So that's pretty nice to see that. Now, of course, the rate of getting this is extremely low, but you do get a frequency bonus for a selector ticket. So I would definitely suggest once you do get your selector ticket to choose that item. It probably has the most value out of everything in here. Now, something else I did want to mention that's going on this week is currently we do still have that 150% rare drop rate boost going on, as well as the fix the boost and the scheduled urgent quest, and also all urgent quests are doubled right now, so you want to make sure that you always hit that Rappy Rumble over in Stia right now. Now, something that's cool that's going to be going on is we have a PSO2 day boost coming up, and that's going to actually stack with the current boost that's going on in the game already. So from Wednesday night Eastern time all the way up to Friday morning Eastern time, that PSO2 day boost is going to be going, and it's going to be a 250% rare drop rate. So it's going to be a really good time to farm the limited time quest or farm Darkfall's Dallion. Going out there and trying to get a hold of some of those new Wingguard weapons. Definitely a good time to farm. Now, saying that, SEGA also put some AC packs in the game today for boosters that I'm going to point out to y'all here. You can actually see that they put like a drop rate set on sale here. It's not exactly on sale, it just has some extra bonus items compared to normal. So if you look right here for 800 AC, you can get a hold of these 3 of these 200% rare drop rate tickets. Now, currently as a bonus, along with purchasing that, you'll get a hold of a Gigantic Mass Day capsule and as well a preset skill enhanced success rate 15%. So this is a regular Mass Day capsule too, so it could be used to make Gland Mass Day. Now, one more thing I will mention that's going on this week is there is another Arks record ranking. So if you open up your menu and you go to personal and then down to Arks records, random challenge records, you can see right here for Geometric Labyrinth. So you want to make sure you go out there and try to do one run of this so you get a participation reward for that. Now, this is rank 2 of the Geometric Labyrinth. I'm going to go ahead and open up the menu here and show you where that is on the world map. I'm sure most of you should know where this is. It's the gigantic pyramid over in Redham, but this right here would be where it is, the Geometric Labyrinth. Now, if you've never actually been there before, there's a little tunnel outside of here that you would go to on the beach that would travel right underground, right up to where you would start the quest. Okay, so that's going to wrap it up for the video. Thanks a lot for watching, everybody. Stay safe and have a wonderful day, friends. I'll see you all in the next one.